Good morning, guys. It's Thursday, April 2nd, and here's your lesson for today. Three things on tap today. We're going to do in just a second here a mental math challenge with me. We're going to see how this goes. I know you're at home, but I want you to do it. I want you to push your brain and keep those facts going and those math vocab words up, okay? So we're going to do that in just a second. When I'm finished with the mental math challenge, I want you to head to Math Trainer today. Do 2 rounds, 3 minutes each. If you want to send me your scores, I loved seeing them last week. You can send me an email. That would be awesome. Or you can even private comment on today's post in Google Classroom what you got, and I'll get it that way too. So I love to know how you're doing. And like I keep saying each day, it's super important that we keep doing our facts and keeping sharp on that as well. And then when those two things are done, you have an iReady day again. So another 20 minutes of iReady for today. If you've been in the Google Meets or you've been checking your email, some of us didn't do our 20 minutes of iReady on Tuesday. Like I explained on Tuesday, your grades on Tuesday and Thursday are going to be based on you doing your 20 minutes of iReady. So when I check for the week, you should have 40 minutes total. Okay, so that's 5 under what we're used to. I don't know. I wasn't thinking when I did it, so we'll just go with that for this week. Okay, so if you missed out on Tuesday's points, they're just a 0 in the grade book. If I check after tonight and you have your 40 minutes, I'm going to change that missing on Tuesday to having it completed. Okay, so get those times in. Everyone's goal is 40 minutes of iReady this week, okay? We took that away as on top of, and Mrs. Brown and I have both been giving you 2 separate days to do half and half. So hopefully that's helping you. But unfortunately, so far, Mrs. Brown and I aren't getting as much iReady as we would hope to be getting. So take a look at that. And then one last little announcement. We shared out on Sunday evening via Remind, and then we posted in all of our Google Classrooms in the stream the weekly checklist of work. So you can see and go through each subject and say, okay, Mrs. Yetter wants me to do mental math. Check. Mrs. Yetter wants me to do Math Trainer. Check. Okay, now Mrs. Yetter wants me to do my iReady. Check. Okay, so use that to help you. Don't be just ignoring it because it's a good tool for some of you that need it. Okay, so let's get to our mental math today. I think today's you can pretty much do in your head, but if you want a sheet of scrap paper, go ahead and give that. I'll give you a second to grab that and a pencil if you want it. And if I'm not going to give you long enough, you can pause the video for a minute. Okay. All right, so I want you to start with the number 2 in your brain. Okay, everybody's got number 2 in there. And now I want you to double that number. So we're thinking about doubling. What does that mean? And then double that number again. So I've got a new number in there. Take that number and square it. What does that mean? That's my trick for you today. Add 6 to that number, and then divide by 10. And you should have an answer, okay? I'll give you another minute to maybe think about that. And if you kept up with me and did your mental math correctly today, your number at the end in your brain should be the number 7. Okay, so I want to talk real quick about that step by step and the math words in it with you. So we started with 2. And my next direction was to double it. If I take 2 and double it, that is 4. Okay. I then said to double it again. If I double 4, I now have 8. Then I asked you to square that number. 8 squared means 8 times 8, which is 64. When I add 6, I get 70. When I divide 70 by 10, I get my number, which is 7. So if your answer was 7, great job today. If it wasn't, hopefully you were able to find your mental math mistake. I'm thinking the square part might have been the trick for today, but we got to keep up and keep practicing those skills. So that's it for me today. Like I said earlier in the post, one last reminder. Once you're done watching my video, go do 2 rounds of Math Trainer. Send me your scores. I'd love to hear how you're doing. And then everybody gets 20 minutes of math iReady today. All right. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you tomorrow.